Peace, love, and light, my beautiful gods and goddesses. I am Queen Spirit, and welcome to Veggie Me Please, because you know, and I know, and everybody knows that Veggie Me Please is all that you need. So welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I am well. I know you are well. And before we get started, I need for you to like and subscribe to this channel and also cut on that notification bell because, honey, you don't want to miss any of these gems that I be dropping. And you never know when I'm going to drop them, honey. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. So make sure you cut on that bell so you can get notifications as soon as these videos are uploaded, and you will be one of the first people to be able to catch the gems. All right? So today, when I was contemplating on what I was going to talk about today, I did a little soul searching. Now, let me tell you how I came up with this podcast. A situation occurred maybe about a year and a half ago where I was offered a position. The stipulations of the position was that I had to move to another state. Now, I was game for going. It's a beautiful state. And I went to visit. I had a nice time. The atmosphere was great. The energy was great, except for being in the office was not. The office was just full of chaos. So I did a little soul searching. I sat with myself. I went to the beach and I sat with myself and was just like, I asked God, I said, God, just send me a sign and let me know if I'm going in the right direction. Should I move, to this other state or not? And God gave me a big confirmation. Let me tell you that. So I didn't go. Then the position was offered to me again. So I was like, okay, well, maybe, listen at me, maybe I misread the sign. So again, I go down. And this time I actually go and set up to look at some apartments because it was just me and my little dog. And so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to need much room. And so, yeah, it's going to be, a good thing to do. But anyway, I get down there, go down and look at some apartments, found some really, really nice apartments. And they were pretty reasonable. But the moving package that they were proposing to me wasn't enough because I would have had to come out of my own pocket just to relocate to work at, in this office, in this position. So I just felt like all of my expenses should have been covered. And then when I had talked to people who have actually relocated for a job, they was like, yeah, no, you are supposed to get way more than what they're offering you. So not only that, because if they were willing to meet me halfway or most of the way, I wouldn't have mind putting a couple of dollars because, like I said, it was a new opportunity, and I'm always for new opportunities. But then another incident happened, and it really threw me through a loop to the point to where I was like, yeah, no, I don't think this might be a good opportunity. So I declined the opportunity again. Well, when it came time for promotions, someone got the position that they were offering me who had been at my job less time than me. I'm not going to say the girl is not qualified. I'm pretty sure she's super qualified because I'm super sure that her co-workers or her counterparts are making sure that she has the knowledge that she needs to be able to do the job in an effective manner. And let me tell you, I have nothing against this young lady. I really think she is a really nice lady. I don't even know her, so I have nothing against her. But what I realized today was every time I receive an email, because now she's over me. And at first it was just me and my director for a long time. Then COVID hit, and then our office got bigger because we needed more help. Well, for a newcomer to come in and get a higher position than me. Like they gave me a promotion, but her promotion is higher to me. So it's like director, her, then me. And a lot of times when they send out the emails, they will CC me on it. But when they're talking to a client or something, they'll put the director and her, and then they'll put me at the end. Or sometimes I don't even be on it, but they will CC me on it so I can see that this is a new client. And it burned me up. I was about, even when she would send me an email like, "Hey, this is can you handle this or whatever," burn me up, because I knew that was supposed to be my position. So today, because y'all know I'm on this healing journey, you are on this healing journey. We are always trying to be the best part of ourselves. So we are learning to hold ourselves accountable. Correct? All right. So self-checking is the best checking. I tell people this all the time. Can't nobody check me because I already checked myself. So today I sat with myself and I really was like, I couldn't understand why I kept getting so upset because of this girl having this position when I had every opportunity to have the position. So what I came up with, I wanted to sit back with myself, and actually I want you guys to do this exercise too, because I'm telling you, when you start digging into yourself, it's going to tell you a lot about yourself. It's going to tell you a lot about your situation. It's going to help you to be a better you so that you won't keep on going through the same cycles. Life is nothing but a cycle. It's like a cycle. It's a spin. We just keep recycling the same thing. It just sometimes comes back as a different aspect. Like you might meet a man that's a certain way and you don't like it, but you didn't deal with the reasoning on why you attracted to this man in the first place. So you'll get another man who looks totally different, probably is in a whole nother realm than this man, but has the same qualities. It's just recycled energy. So we have to get to the root of the problem, and most of the times, 99.99.99% of the time, is us. And that's the harsh reality, is us. So the exercise that I want you to do is, if this applies to you, it might not apply to everybody, but I know it applied to me. Why do we get upset when we are not chosen for a position that we think we deserve? Friendships, relationships, careers, anything. Because sometimes we get upset when somebody don't choose us. Like if we date somebody and they break up with us, and we might have gave them 10, 20 years of our lives, and they break up with us, and then they meet somebody else and they marry them. Well, why didn't he marry me? Why didn't he choose me? So I want you to sit with yourself. And this is what I did. Once I figured out the problem, I addressed the problem, I started analyzing it. So I started writing down the reason on why I didn't get the position. And when I tell you, every time I wrote down why I didn't get the position, it started with I didn't think I would get the position. That was one of the reasons, because I kept saying, man, what if I get down here and this is a whole trick? They just want me here because they want me in the office. And I get down there, and because I had been asked, and let me say this, I was the one who initiated the promotion because I was the only one running my branch. So I was like, so that people would know that I was the one that was the only one there, let's move me up from my position that I'm in now. And it wouldn't have been a big jump, but it would have just gave me a better title, a manager's title versus just the title that I have now. So with that being said, I initiated it, but the answer that I got back was, you can't have a position because you're not in the office. Are you thinking about moving to this state to come and work in the office? That was the answer that I got. So that was the stipulation. But I just kept feeling like I'm going to get down there and then the position is just going to keep going out the window. Because like I said, I want to say it was about 6 months to a year that I had asked about this, just the title. I just wanted the title. That's it. So, anywho, That was one of the things. I didn't think I would get the position. I didn't want to deal with the drama in the office. I didn't think the money was enough. When I tried to weigh my options, I didn't think it was the money that they were going to give me was going to subside the lifestyle that I was having. And not saying that I'm living this lavish lifestyle, but I'm comfortable. I didn't want to move to another state and be uncomfortable. I had been uncomfortable for a long time and now I was at a point in my life where I was comfortable. I can swipe my card and not have to check my bank account because I knew it was there. So I didn't want to lose that comfortability. Listen to me. Everything was I. I didn't think I was qualified to run for the position for both. For the position that they had, which, I would have been over more than one branch. And I just thought, I started doubting myself. Even though I had ran my branch by myself and I was showing them things that they didn't even know how to do, I doubted my abilities when it came to being able to run multiple branches. Me. When I was already doing it by myself. But I didn't think I was qualified. I was afraid I wouldn't make it. I doubted myself and my abilities. I wasn't confident. Not one time did I say, they didn't give it to me. Not one time did I say, somebody else didn't give it to me, or somebody else, it was all me. I had to hold myself accountable. So when I wrote down all those, I broke it down to the least denominator. So once I had all those, what I did was I put them all together and I came up with 3 core reasoning on why I didn't get the position. I was afraid of change, I lacked confidence, and I was insecure. With those 3 things, I took an educated guess, and I thought it would be my root chakra. Maybe my root chakra was unbalanced, but once I investigated, I found out it was my solar plex. My solar plex is, hold on, I wrote everything down. I want to make sure I give you the exact thing of what your solar plex is for. Your solar plex helps you feel calm, confident, and powerful. It's your confidence. It helps you know your worth. It makes you know that you are worthy. It makes you go out there confidently out here in this universe and claim what you know is yours. One thing I know for certain is, like I said, can't nobody take anything from you that God has for you. So the fact that I was losing my energy on something that I had no control over. Well, I did because, like I said, if I would have went and I didn't get the position, then I could have said it was someone else's fault. But the fact is I was in my own way. A lot of times we are always in our own way. And if I truly, truly wanted the position, I should have just moved out of my way. I talked myself out of going for the reasons on why I did, and I still feel like they were valid reasons. But when I sat with myself today, because that was one of the things I was doing, I was just sitting up here like, yeah, I'm not going because of this, and no, I'm not going because of this. I was, telling people like, yeah, I was gonna go, but no, I'm not gonna go because of this. And then when they get a position somebody else, now I'm mad. How crazy is that? I'm mad because of the position of somebody else, but I didn't want to go in the first place. So I had to self-check myself. And one of the other ways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing series on your chakras, because your chakras being in balance is part of you continuously to be on your higher self and a better you. When things are out of whack in your life, it's all because things are out of balance, and everything has to have balance. So today we're talking about the solar plex. I would have started at the root. I feel like the root is the most important chakra, but we have been talking about the root a lot. I will do another video on the root chakra too, just to get more in depth about it, and even bring up situations that why I realized mine was off balance, so that way you would be able to relate to it. But I got the solar plex today because that was a situation that just had happened. It was like opened up my email and I seen the email and see her name on it, instantly called attitude. And I was just like, no, no. We're going to address this. Because like I said, anything that is bothering me or making me act out of a character that I don't want to be, like, I don't want to be attitudey. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be, because I've been told that. I've been told I was a complainer at one point. So I don't want to be none of the negative things that people have said I was, even though a lot of the times I feel like I was half and half. Because even in those situations, if I was there complaining, I should have just not went. And that's the whole thing in a nutshell. But I wanted to fit in. I didn't want to be left out of the fun and the parties and all of that stuff. Even though I went and I didn't have a good time because I was told I was always complaining. So it was my fault as well, because I shouldn't have never had came. But it's all about growing. So again, with the solar plex, to get your solar plex back in line, back in motion, you need to start walking outside during the day for at least 20 to 30 minutes. I'm telling y'all, go outside. And I'm not talking about go outside to go to the club. And I mean, that's fine. But you need to go outside and get some fresh air. I open up my windows every chance I get. I'm outside, just taking in that deep breaths, getting in that good oxygen, and just reflecting on how amazing an expansion that this world is, and how much I expand inside of it. Like, I'm not inside of a box when I'm outside. I feel so big and so just amazing. So definitely get outside, get some fresh air, walk around, go walk your dog, go walk around the park, whatever is your thing, walk to the store, whatever. But go outside and get you a nice walk in. We have been in the house long enough. It's time to get outside. Another thing to do, some herbs. You can either make these into tea, or like me, I like to smoke my herbs. They are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Lemongrass. I love lemongrass. And I had to reflect, because lemongrass was always one of the fragrances that I used to put in my diffusers. When people come in my house, they just love the smell of it. So I remember when I was doing that, which I had got off of doing that. But when I was doing it, I felt like a boss. I did. Because like I said, I ran a branch by myself, and I had to be confident in myself enough to not fold and quit. And it wasn't because of the monies or I didn't think I had it. It was just like I said, I knew I can do it. So lemongrass is definitely a good one. Peppermint, chamomile, and there's another one called goldenrod. I don't know about goldenrod, but everybody knows about chamomile. Chamomile is good for relaxation. It helps with anxiety. It helps you be in a relaxed mode. Because a lot of times we are afraid, we get anxiety, we start making up things that are not going to happen in our head, and wherever thoughts we have negatively, the energy that we put in it, that's what comes to manifest. So we definitely have to be careful about what we think, what we say, and what we feel. I know it's hard because we have been negative for so long, but like I said, this is a journey. It's not a marathon. The more that you grow into it, the better you will get. Some affirmations to get your solar plex in line. I feel calm. I feel confident. I am powerful. I am ambitious. I am capable, and I stand in my personal power. Your solar plex is yellow. It's like the sun. And just think about how nourishing and how powerful and how substantially needed the sun is. And to have a part of that in you, you are a purpose. You are needed. You aren't just born here just to be born here. You were born here for a reason. And that's where your power is at. It's in your solar plex. Definitely wearing yellow. As y'all can see, I have my yellow little unicorn thing. I got my horn. When I swirled it around, it came out into like a poke. So I was like, yeah, I'm a whole unicorn today. I got on my little rainbow dress. I had on my yellow Ugg slides. So yes, I'm tapping into it. Definitely wearing gold, yellow, burning yellow candles, burning a white candle, or just burning a candle and watching the flame. I have a couple candles lit around me right now, and just looking at the flame, that helps with invoking and stabilizing your solar plex. Another thing is crystals. And for the crystals, you would like to have pyrite, tiger's eye, citrine, peach moonstone, any stone that's like yellow, but those are the ones that I know. Peach moonstone, citrine. Citrine is yellow. I love citrine. I meant to bring my crystals in here, but I totally forgot. But I do have on my pyrite and tiger's eye. Y'all know I love my tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is just a boss stone, period. Just the look, I mean, when you look at it, it just looks rich. It looks like just something fabulous. And it's a simple brown mahogany. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like swirls of brown and mahogany and black, and it just reminds me of what we are. I wrote a poem the other day on my Facebook page just describing us as black women. And one of the things I said was, when God created us, he created us in honey and caramel and chocolate chips. And that's what that tiger's eye reminds me of, just a swirl of all this wonderful, beautiful essence of us. But yeah, tiger's eye is definitely a boss stone. So definitely get you some crystals, hold them in your hand, talk to them, let them know your intentions. I want you to make me feel like a boss every time I walk through. You know what I'm talking about? And them crystals will infuse you with that energy. Put your lemongrass in your diffuser. Put you a little bit in your little smoke. You can make you a little blend. I usually like to blend me some peppermint, some lavender, chamomile. Chamomile is a good one, especially after a long day. Oh, yes. Some lavender and some chamomile. And peppermint, it just makes you just, it's like, it's got that vapor kind of menthol kind of feel, but not like a heavy, like a cigarette, but it's just like a nice little tingly feeling. And then the lavender is just everything. It's just, it smells good, it tastes good, and then the chamomile just has that hint in the back, and it just gives you just a really relaxing kind of feel. Not like a marijuana high, but it's really like relaxing, chill. I mean, when I say, my husband has did a whole 360 in the time that we have been together. Like from day one that we met, and we started dating, he became vegan, right? Just like cold turkey. And then now I even got him smoking the herbs. I'm to the point to where he'd be like, yeah, babe. He called it a little razzle dazzle, but he'd be like, yeah, babe, go hook me up a little razzle dazzle. And cause it's the vibe of it. Definitely try it. Don't, try it in small quantities just to see and play around with it, but definitely get into smoking some of your natural herbs, or making them into teas. If you're not a smoker, definitely make you some lavender tea and just get a vibe. I'm telling you, it's a whole vibe. Rose tea, oh, I just feel so rich and so feminine, super feminine when I drink rose tea. But I treat myself to that because I deserve that. And you deserve it too. And you men too. Don't, honey, let me tell you. My husband, he smokes him a little rose and lavender. He call them unicorn blunts. But yeah, I call it my little razzle dazzle. And I love it. It's so pretty and it smells good. And I'm putting all that essence inside of me. I love it. I love it. But definitely, get into your herbs. Be open to, if you ain't into the crystals, that's fine. Go the herbs. You use these herbs every day. So if you are not attracted to the crystals, if you're not there yet, because everybody ain't there yet, honey, you just don't know some of the ridicule that I got in the beginning when we first started talking about the crystals a whole year ago. But I understand, because everybody ain't where we're at yet. And that's fine. The baby steps. But all you have to do is just try it. It ain't going to bite you. But when you're ready, you have the information. But if you're not ready for the crystals, definitely try the herbs. Lemongrass is something that, you, like I said, you can get in essential oil, or you can get it in a dry herb, or you can even buy it at the grocery store and incorporate it in your foods. And that's another way to enhance your sacral chakra or any of your chakras. Start eating foods that will coincide with the color of that chakra. So because this chakra is yellow, yellow bananas, yellow peppers, yellow lentils, yellow melons, anything yellow will enhance and basically get that chakra to rotating in the direction that it needs to rotate in. Our chakras are rotating, but they're not balanced, because say if they're going counterclockwise, they're taken away. We want them to go clockwise because we want them to bring it in. We wanted to bring in the good energy. We wanted to bring in all good things and all good energy so that we can continue to manifest our perfect life. Because the thing is, just like I told you before, the life that you have now, you manifested this life. Where you're at right now, either consciously or subconsciously, you manifested it. But you have the power to change your tomorrow. You cannot change your past, but you can definitely change your tomorrow. So I hope that you guys caught them gems. Did y'all catch them? I hope y'all did. I want you to know I love, love, love you. Love you, love you, love you. I am going to be coming back on here tomorrow. So y'all gonna definitely get a double whammy from me. But I appreciate each and every one of you. My intentions is always to bring peace, love, and light out into the universe. Unconditional love. I love you. No matter who you are, no matter where you are on your journey, know that I love you. And I know it's reciprocated. And I appreciate each and every person that looks at my podcast, that takes something from it, that just enjoys my vibe and kicks it with me and whatnot or whatever. I love the comments. I love the likes. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So peace, love, and the brightest light.